What's going on, guys? Ryan here, and today we're going to be talking about the next steps on the renovation. Last video I talked about everything that I've done so far, and today I want to talk about everything that I want to get done within this year, hopefully, and then maybe talk about some of the things that I'll do eventually that I would like to do. The first thing, obviously, we're in the space right now. This is the laundry room behind me, and what I would like to do is get the bathroom built and set up and ready to go in this corner. I'm not going to go through all the steps that I have to do, but I would like to do that in order for me to tear out old bathroom, which I'll show you in a second, so then I can finish the master bedroom closet. But before I show you those spaces, I do want to show you this laundry room. I apologize for how dark it is. There's not a working light in here. I do want to get this laundry room finished too, but it might have to be after the closet because I'm really tired of going to two separate closets to put away clothes or to get hangers, and just it's stupid. But I also would like to get this laundry room done. I can deal with this space as it is, but after I do the bathroom, taking this door out and moving it over here and having a bathroom in this corner, I would actually like to finish this space too, because this wall right here, I'm going to tear it down from actually from this point all the way to the corner, and it's going to be open because this is going to be a dining room space. And because we have a dog and a cat, and they're both very interested in things and nosy, I don't want them to go through the walls because eventually I will have electrical and there's just stuff in the laundry room, if it's not done, that I don't want them to get to, like some mold and just live electrical wires and holes and just junk, and I don't want them to get stuck either. So I do have to finish this wall. That's one of the other priorities before I knock this wall down. So this is the bathroom that we need to yank out, completely gut, down to the studs and replace everything. And the reason we have to do that, not only because it's a bathroom that needs to be redone anyways, but because there's been water damage between the bathroom and what is now going to be the master bedroom closet. This is the bathroom wall. Down on this stud, it looks okay, but it might have some mold issue there. But there's mold there and all up this wall. And down here at the base plate, the bottom 2x4 here, it is completely destroyed. It almost looks like this after like a campfire and the wood's all burnt up. It looks like that, like it's all cracked. The subfloor right here is falling apart, and so I can't take this wall out and fix it because all the pipes are coming through the base plate, and this is the only bathroom we have. So that's why I have to get that bathroom done in the laundry room, which isn't going to be big and not our main bathroom, so that I can finish this space, then work on this bathroom, which I don't know if I'm going to work on it as soon as possible. I don't know if I'm going to finish it this year, but it is a project that I would like to do as soon as possible, but it's not a priority, is what I should say. It's not, because as long as we have one working bathroom, I'm okay with this one not working. And the next thing we're going to talk about is the shop. Everything that I talked about so far, I need to get done within this next year. There might be a couple things later on in this list that I might say that I would like to do this year, but who knows. One of the things that I would like to do this year, but I'm not quite sure, is to work on the shop. And you might say, well, what doesn't need, you already did the installation, you have a heater. Well, I don't have AC, and I would like to have a mini split instead of a heater and then a separate AC unit or whatever. But yes, I did insulate it all. I need to replace the ceiling insulation, but other than that, I did insulate everything. But we're not talking about that. I'm talking about building a loft in this space above these two areas between this truss and it's a little hard in this wall back here. And there's a couple different ways I was thinking about doing it, but I talked to my dad and he knows a little bit about building stuff, and he's not a professional by all means, but he knows a thing or two about a thing or two. And it makes sense to me what he's talking about. I'm going to build a 2x4 wall against this wall, and this wall. I'm actually going to, later on one day, hopefully, is do it all along the shop walls. And I'll explain why in a little bit. But at least over here, I need to do that so that I can build a loft on top of those walls. Mainly because we don't think that this truss system is really that sturdy, and like we don't know if we can hang a whole loft and fill the loft up with a bunch of stuff, because all this wood is connected with these plates and they're fairly strong. I mean, a lot of like even houses have those plates, but the way I don't know. And this building is kind of built weird, so I don't really trust it as much. But it's not that big of a deal if we do the 2x4 wall in this space, because I would like to do it in the rest of the space. Mainly because I want to, one, get rid of these weird 2x6 on the short side walls. I don't want a thin, a like 1.5, 2.5, whatever inch wall. I want a 2x4 wall. And I'm okay with actually doubling up on these walls and basically keeping this, I'm going to say wall a lot, this wall, 2x4 wall, and have it all finished, because it'll help with insulation and sound. And I have come through the realization of several different things, but this shop is not only going to be a woodworking, mechanic, it's going to have music out here. We're going to have our exercise equipment out here, hopefully, and the lawn and garden stuff. So I would like to keep the noise level down as much as possible. Obviously, I kind of can't with these big doors, but it'll help out a lot with insulation and sound and just installing everything on a good 2x4 wall. Like I said earlier that I'm not going to go into the various steps, but there's electrical, lights, light switches, outlets, all this stuff that I have to do, and an HVAC unit, which is going to be a mini split, and I am ready for it. It's freezing cold. It is 30 degrees in here. It was 27, got down to 27 last night, so it gets cold in here, obviously, and I'm not going to run the heater 24/7 because that's way too expensive. I know that for sure. In reality, this space it's a good shop. It's a big place, but I do not have enough space in this big shop. So that's one reason why I want to build the loft. And then later down the road, I would like to replace all the metal siding with wood siding, like a regular house, and redo the metal roof, probably. And one day, if I have the money for it and we are here long enough, I would like to do solar panels on top because it's all flat and a good angle for the sun. Actually, both sides are fine for the sun. But I think now we can go outside and talk about what I would like to do eventually with that. So this is my backyard, or a large portion of it. Here's the other side. Eventually, I would like to make all of this flat and level and plant grass and clover, mainly clover, but the grass will just help with the texture and just the different, just a different texture of the ground. And I like grass too, and I think clover, which is going to be an experiment for the front yard. I was hoping for this year, but I'm not quite sure if I can do it. mainly because I don't know if I have enough time and or money. The other thing is we have a dog, and with planting anything like grass and clover for your yard, you kind of can't have pets or animals or kids running around on the grass while it's trying to grow. And there's really no other spot for him to go to the bathroom except for this space out here. And I killed it last year, and I think it's going to come back. But I don't have a fence, and I don't want him to be running around all back here alone, and I don't want to be watching him every time. So eventually I would like to redo all the fencing and make it look really nice. I have this design that I found on Pinterest that shouldn't be too expensive, mainly because I was going to go with several different things, but I changed my mind because I realized that it's going to be way too expensive, and I'm not going to be able to afford to do all of it, and I think it would just kind of look a little bizarre. But I found this design, and I think it's pretty. I think chain link fence, especially the fact that you can do the chain link and then later on you can make it trimmed out with wood, I think it's pretty. And maybe eventually I can do that. But I would like to have a garden, and it is a big space for a big yard. But I don't want to have just yard. I would like to have a lot of plants and trees and just like nature. So for the bugs and the birds and the bees, to have a space out here that's natural and pretty with a lot of native plants. But maybe kind of touch on this subject since we're by the shop too. Back here I would like to build a shed to house my podcast studio, because eventually we're going to have kids, and there's only 3 bedrooms in this house, and one of them's ours. The other one is a office and podcast studio, and the office space can change. It could be moved to the new dining room space since it's so big. But eventually, we're gonna probably have 1 or 2 kids, and those are taking up the rooms. So I need to figure that out. But that's the whole thing. Eventually, I don't need to do it right now. It's kind of too expensive to get a big old trailer or a big shed or whatever, because I don't need it right now. It would be nice, but I don't need it. Just like with this backyard, with redoing it and getting grass and clover and a underground sprinkler system, which is actually what this is. It's going to be a lot of work, and the front yard definitely would be, it would be a huge help to have that, where I don't have to move sprinklers around and mow all the time. And I would like to eventually I keep saying eventually, I would like to replace all the siding, replace the roof with a metal roof, and maybe, just maybe, do solar panels there too. But I would like to do a new driveway and build a garage right here in this spot against the house. Because the door that we're going to move from inside the laundry room is going to be connected to this wall, which will be a 2-car garage that's fairly deep, and it's going to be pretty. But like I said, that is eventually. I have to go back inside now and to finish this video off. So one of the other things that we would like to do is take this wall down and make it into a bar, hopefully. It's a load-bearing wall, so we have to do a lot of work with that. And then we would like to redo the whole kitchen, which includes taking all the cabinets down, replacing them, new countertop, new appliances, and new sink, new everything. And then eventually, after that's done, we can replace all the floors in the house to have all of them match up and look pretty. One of the other things that I forgot to talk about outside was I'd like to build a patio out here and have it really big, a fire pit, and maybe even like a pizza oven. I think that would be kind of cool, and just like an outdoor kitchen type party area. And then we have a cat door that's going to allow him to go outside into a catio that I'm going to build, hopefully. And in the living room, I would actually like to do a cat wall. I can post a picture of it too. On this wall above above and around the TV. I think that would be kind of cool for him, and it would look actually it would look nice and fit well with the theme. We don't really have a theme, but just the the look of it. And then obviously with the kitchen renovation and replacing the floors, we would like to replace the floors throughout the whole house, all the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the laundry room is going to have a different floor because it doesn't have a floor now. But yeah, the bedrooms all need to be done too, but they don't need a whole lot of work. The light fixtures are all there, and I'll just replace them, paint the walls, new baseboards, new flooring, installation, closet organizers, and doors. And that's pretty much it for the bedrooms. And I think it's not going to be super expensive, and I'm able to do everything pretty much probably all at once, to be honest. But really, other than that, that's kind of it. I could go in more depth and show you everything and talk about the steps, but overall that's what I would want to do while we live here, before we sell. And I don't know when that's going to be, but we're going to live here for at least 5 years, and 1 year is coming up pretty quick, and it's crazy to think that it's almost been that long. And I'm ready to get started again. This week I've been working a lot. For those of you who don't know, I'm a sub custodian for a school district nearby. And I've been working all this week and making a little bit of money. And Ellie is going to get her long-term sub position pretty soon, so that's great, and that's going to be quite a bit of money. So now I can get back into this groove of renovation and spending my time and money on the house and getting everything done. Spring's coming fast. I'm ready for it. The other day it was a high of like 60, and it was really nice, but I was sick. I'm still a little sick, but I'm a lot better than I was. And I couldn't take in the sunshine and the warm air, but I'm ready for the spring and summer, even though it's going to be really hot. Just ready for it. I'm excited. Today's Friday, and I'm just ready to get today done and over with. And then starting Sunday when this video, or Saturday when this video comes out, I'm gonna start doing stuff. If not Saturday, then Monday, because this is full-time job here, and I'm ready. So, just a really quick recap. This year specifically, I need to get the new bathroom built, this closet finished, this old bathroom ripped out and ready to be redone, and probably work on the shop a little bit. I would like to do the loft this year before the winter, and maybe this coming winter I can work and finish everything else out there. Maybe that would be kind of cool, so I can have something to do. But I think other than that, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to smack that button as hard as you can. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll help me a lot, and turn on post notifications. And I will see you guys all next time.